Hello, my friends. Welcome back. How are you? I hope doing okay. Let's see what I'm up to today. We are going to be casting in these beautiful little molds. They are so miniature and tiny, and they're little gumball machine molds. I have I have four of them, but I only brought out three because I think we're only going to have time to do about two of them because it takes, a good while to decorate these. So we're going to pick two out of these three here. And also, they came with some little globes, glass globes, for the top part of the gumball machine. Now, I have a surprise for you guys. Are y'all ready to do a giveaway? Bondcraftor has reached out to me, and I'm going to be reviewing their UV resin on my channel, and they're going to be giving away three of these kits, you guys. Yes, I said three to three of my subscribers. So here's the rules. You must be subscribed to my channel. You must be subscribed to Bondcraftor's channel. I'll put the link to that in my description box for you. And you got to make sure you watch my whole video for the other two rules. Yeah, I'm going to make y'all work for it. You're going to get three of these, and there's 100 grams inside of each bottle. And you'll also get the little, you'll screw off the lid, and then you'll screw these on. And that's how you'll, squirt the UV resin out and use it. So yeah, if you want to be in this giveaway, then follow the rules and you will be entered into the giveaway. I'm going to be choosing the winners, and I will send the winners to Bondcraftor, and they will ship out your UV resin. So if you do win, make sure that you send me your name and address so that I can send it to Bondcraftor and they can ship out your UV resin. All right, let's get on with it. I'm mixing up some colorant into some of the UV resin. And we're going to put a little dot of this inside of the gumball machine where like the button is for the gumball machine, like to push it for a piece of gum to come out. So I'm going to put a little dot inside of the mold here, and we'll go ahead and cure that up because I want to get that done before we seal the two pieces of the mold together, because it'll be a lot harder to do that once we put the two pieces together. And if anybody's interested in these molds that I'm casting in, they are some of the Fun Showcase molds. And Fun Showcase has a shop on Amazon that sells their molds. And you'll get 4 of the little gumball machine molds. And they are so cute. I think you get 6 of the glass globes with them too. But you could also buy extra glass globes. Now, what I'm doing now is I put some of the UV resin down in my little silicone cup here. And I'm going to pick some up on my tool here and drop it into the edges of the mold, because there's a little section there where you can drop resin down into. Really, it's where the two molds go together. The other mold fits inside of this mold and they lock in together. But to keep the resin from coming out of the sides of them, we're going to put some UV resin in this little section here, and then we'll close them together, put the other piece on top of it like this, and we'll cure it up in the curing machine. And that way, when we pour our resin in there, it won't seep out of the bottom and the sides. Now I'm going to put some more UV resin in my cup here, and we're going to sprinkle a little bit of glitter in the cup. And I'm going to stir that up. And I'm stirring slow. I sped this up a little bit, but I'm stirring slower because you don't want to introduce bubbles into your UV resin. And if you do get any bubbles in there, just pick them out. And I have a few in there, and I'm just going to pick them out right quick. Not many. I think I've seen 2. Now I'm going to go ahead and pour into my mold here. And I'm making sure I don't get any bubbles inside of my gumball machine area where the gum comes out at. I need a little bit more, you guys. It's not quite filled. So I'm going to put a little bit more in here, and I added a little bit of glitter to it. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and pour it in there and fill this mold completely up before we put it in the curing machine to cure. And I'm going to be curing this on the side and the bottom. Okay, so I flipped it around and cured it for about 10 minutes total. And let's take it out. Now you see, you can just pick that excess resin right off of there. And I'm going to take this tool right here, and I'm just going to glide it right across the top and get any that was left on there. And you'll never even know that it was there. And I got this little tool that I'm using from a Let's Resin silicone kit that I had purchased. But you can get these little tools anywhere. I really think they're to go around your cuticle area of your nails. And there we have it, you guys. Isn't that beautiful? And I just put my little cup in there, and I cured that resin right up and picked it right out of my cup. Okay, now I went and mixed up a little bit of colorant in my into the resin, just a little drop of blue pigment, and we're going to bring out some more of the front part of the gumball machine. And I'm going to just clean that up a little bit because it went in the area that I didn't want it to go. And I'm just dabbing a little bit on there. And now I'm going to go ahead and cure it up. And now I'm going to get a little bit more. And now I'm going to bring out the area where the gumball actually comes out at. You know, where you the gumball drops and you can pick it out of the machine. That's where I'm putting resin in now. See? Isn't that cute? And now I'm going to cure that up. And this UV resin is curing up really fast and really hard for me. Now I'm going to grab one of those glass globes, and then I'm going to get one of my eye pins, and I'm going to bring it through the hole on the top of the glass globe. And then I'm going to take a little dot of UV resin, drop it on there, and I'm going to cure it up. And that way I can hold on to the globe from this end. And it will also give us a hook at the end to hang the gumball machine. But this way it'll keep my fingers off of the glass globe. I'm just making sure that it's cured up, and I'm just using my little UV light that I got from Let's Resin. Okay, now we can hold the glass globe from the eye pin. And I'm just going to drop in some of these pieces of candy, and that's going to be our pieces of gumballs. I'm going to try to get a good variety of colors in here. I tried to find some smaller little pieces of candy in my craft room that I could use as smaller pieces of gum, but this was all I could find. And it's still cute. It's only let me pick up one piece at a time. Okay, I think we have enough in there now. So I'm going to put a little bit of that UV resin on the rim of my glass globe. And then I'm going to grab the other part, put it together, and then cure it. And I'll just soft cure it here and then put it in my bigger UV machine and cure it there. But this is just going to enable me to get it there. Isn't that so cute? Okay, now I have some cornstarch, and I'm going to place some of the UV resin down in my silicone cup here. And then I'm going to place the cornstarch into the UV resin, and then I'm going to stir. And I'm going to keep adding that cornstarch until I have the consistency of icing for a cake. And this way, you know, if you're using UV resin, it'll be runny and you'll have to catch it. You know, you have to be really quick and catch it. So when you add cornstarch to the UV resin, it will thicken it up and you can use it just like icing. You could decorate with it just like icing and it won't be runny. You'll be able to, you know, have that firmness to do what you want to do with it and place it where you want it. Okay, I'm going to add a little bit more to it because it's not the consistency that I want it yet. And I'm just going to keep stirring. And the tool that I'm using, I got from my local Dollar Tree. Now we're going to go ahead and add a little bit of white acrylic paint to it to get it, you know, really white, like white icing. Because right now it's kind of like an off-white. And I'm just getting it good and stirred up. Okay. Now I'm going to grab my little gumball machine here and I'm going to drop some on the top here, and that's going to hide where we placed the eye pin at. And we are going to be placing a ice cream cone on the top of our icing. And I have a mold for this as well, but I have already casted a bunch of ice cream cones, so I wasn't going to make any more because I have like a whole cup of them. Yeah, I went wild making those, you guys. And I'm kind of glad that I did because I have used them so many times. Okay, here's the little ice cream cone that I've already made. I'm going to place it right on the top of that icing. I'm going to cure it up just a little bit, not a full cure because we need to add some other little decorations on here as well. Okay, I went and grabbed some other little cute little inclusions that kind of look like ice cream sprinkles to me. And I'm just going to add them around the icing and around the ice cream cone until I think I have enough. How was your weekend? My weekend was filled with running around trying to get my last minute Christmas shopping done. You know, everywhere I went was super crazy. The lines were really long, you know, but it's that time of year. We just have to move through it the best we can and stay the safest that we can, you know, because people drive so crazy this time of year. And, you know, it seems like everybody's just in a rush all the time. And it's not just because of Christmas either. This is like all the time. Like everybody's in such a big rush. And I don't know
I can't figure out what's going on. And it's just weird. Does anybody else feel the same way? Like everybody's just in just this big rush all the time. I don't know. It's a bit strange. I have to tell my own children, sit down, take a minute, breathe, take in this moment that you're in right now, this very moment. Take it in, and you're never going to see this moment again. You're never going to see today ever again. So I try to always tell my girls, stop a minute, look at your surroundings. Be thankful for everything that you have. Don't ever live a day not thankful, because tomorrow may be different. It may be so different that you will wish to God that you would have been thankful yesterday for the things that you had. So I try to always tell my girls, to take a minute, stop, and be thankful. And it's just, they stay in such a big rush. And I don't know if it's their age, their generation, or what, but it just seems like everything's moving so fast. Maybe it's my age, I've never been this age before. I don't know what this age is going to be like because I've never been my age before. So I don't know. Maybe it's got something to do with that. Maybe y'all can tell me. Okay, now I'm taking that icing again and I'm placing some of it in the center of my gumball machine. Just bringing it completely around the whole gumball machine. And I'm just going to add a little bit of a drip over here to the side. Make it look more realistic, and we'll add some more inclusions onto that as well. I'm going to add this right quick. I'm really enjoying this UV resin so far. I like how the bottom part of my gumball machine's cured up. I've only seen a few bubbles, and that's really good, for UV resin, because you're going to see a few here and there. But my experience so far has been great. I'm really enjoying this UV resin so far. And I also want to let you know that I'm always going to give you guys my honest opinion about a product. It doesn't matter to me that it was given to me for free. You're going to get my honest opinion because I want you guys to know my honest opinion about a product. I wouldn't want you to go out and purchase something that I wouldn't go out and purchase. So I just want to throw that in there right quick. Now I'm going to snip off the excess that I don't need from my eye pen, and then we're going to take this tool and curl it under, and now we have a place to hang our gumball machine if we'd like to hang it. Okay, we're going to go ahead and start on our next gumball machine, and then we'll take a look at both of them put together at the end of the video. Now I'm going to do the same as I've done before on my other one. We're going to drop a little bit of UV resin down in my silicone cup here, and then we'll grab a tool, get the bottom part of the gumball machine or the piece of the gumball machine that you can drop the resin down into. And then we'll put the other piece on it, give it a little bit of a squeeze, and then put it in the curing machine to cure. And that way it will ensure that when we go in with our next UV resin, it will not seep out of the bottom or the sides. And I'm just going to give it a little bit of a cleanup here, and that way it won't be a mess when we take it out of the mold. Now I'm going to get the other part of the mold, place it on there, give it a little bit of a squeeze, and then we'll put it in here to cure. Now let's take it out, and now it's ready to put the UV resin into. Now I'm going to put a little bit of the UV resin down in my cup here, and we're going to be coloring this one with a little bit of a colorant. Now I got this pink colorant that I'm about to use from Hobby Lobby, and it is for UV resin. So I'm just going to put about 3 drops down into my UV resin here. And then I'm going to add a little bit of pink glitter to it. Because everything's got to have glitter. It's just not done right if it don't have a little bit of glitter in it. Now I'm going to give it a little bit of a stir. I'm not going to stir fast because we don't want to incorporate any bubbles into our UV resin because you got to pick them boogers out. So I don't want to be adding any in there that I got to sit there and pick out. And I'm just stirring very slowly, scraping the sides of my cup, getting all that glitter off the sides, making sure I keep my glitter in the UV resin. And now I think we're done stirring. So I'm going to go ahead and pour it into the mold. And I'm going to pour about halfway and then I'm going to stop because I want to make sure that there's not a trapped bubble in the area where the gumball comes out of the machine. So I'm going to run that tool right in there and make sure there's not a bubble hiding in there. And now we're going to go ahead and fill the mold up and then put it in the machine and let it cure. And I'm going to cure this up for about 10 minutes, flipping it on each side, front, back, you know, all that good stuff. Make sure it's fully cured. And I'm going to toss my cup in there too and let it cure that resin up so we can peel it right on out of the cup. Easy peasy. Now let's take it off and see what we got. Okay, we got a little bit of cleanup to do on the outside, but nothing major. I'm going to run this right along there and it's going to come right off. No big deal, and you'll never even know it was there. It's so easy. Nothing hard about this at all. Okay, and there it is. Turned out so cute. Now we're going to take, I have these really stinking cute inclusions, you guys. It looks like lemonade with ice cubes and slices of lemons. So I'm going to take this straw here and we're going to run it through the top of the globe. Then I'm going to take my eye pen and I'm going to squeeze it in there next to that straw. It's a bit of a tight squeeze here, you guys, so it's going to take me just a minute to get it in there. Okay, I think I got the eye pen through there, and I'm going to pull some more of that straw through there because I want it to be out a little bit more. I'm going to take it out because my straw, it wasn't, you know, out far enough. So I'm going to do it over, making sure I pinch that straw so it can't move. It's giving me a bit of a trouble, but I'll get it here in just a minute. Okay, I think we have it. Now that looks good. So I'm going to take some of the UV resin. I'm going to put just a drop of it to ensure that none of that moves while we fill the globe. Cure that up. We're going to make this gumball machine look like a glass of lemonade. Okay, it's on there, you guys. I'm trying to rock it because I was going to fix it a little bit more. So I put a little bit more UV resin on there because I rocked it a little bit more to pull that straw out a little bit more. So now it's in there. It's not moving. One thing about this UV resin, it's rock hard. I have noticed that. So once you cure it up, it's cured. You're going to have to fight with it because it's rock solid. And it gets really hot too, so make sure you don't have your hand around it or on it. Now we're going to fill that globe up with our lemonade, ice cubes and slices of lemonade. I'm going to put a little bit of UV resin down there on the gumball machine, and now we're going to put these two pieces together. I'm going to make sure that I put the gumball machine on top of the globe because we don't want our inclusions glued onto the UV resin, the bottom part of the gumball machine, if that makes sense. So I'm going to take this part and drop it on that part and cure it up. I'm just going to do a bit of a soft cure until I can take my hands away and the globe will stay attached. And then we'll put it in the bigger UV machine and fully cure it up. Okay, you guys, here's another clue for you. This is a part of the rules. You need to pause the video and put the word happy in the comment section. This is part of the giveaway rules. Put the word happy in the comment section right now. Okay, and here is the lemonade. Isn't that so cute? Now I'm going to take a little bit of that UV resin and I'm going to put it around the center right here, and we're going to add some of those inclusions around the center because there's some yellow, blue, and pink ones in here, and I'm just going to rotate those colors back and forth until I make it completely around the gumball machine. Cure it up a little bit, and I'm going to keep moving until I get completely around the gumball machine. Almost done, you guys. I'm going to cure it up a little bit. Now I'm going to put a little drop of UV resin in the hole where the gum ball comes out at, and I'm going to add a slice of lemon there. And let's cure that up. Now I'm going to take a little drop up here and let's add some of those ice cubes like the ice cubes are coming out of the glass. Keep watching, you guys. Don't leave yet. You have one more clue to get before you can have all of the rules to enter the giveaway. Okay, I'm going to cure that up right quick. Now I'm going to take this UV resin. It's glitter UV resin. And I'm going to take this tool here. I placed a little bit of it down in my silicone cup. And we're going to add some of it around the hole where the gumball comes out at. And I'm doing blue to kind of bring out a little bit more of the blue that's in the inclusions. And I thought it would just be really cute, you know, around the gumball machine hole. It's a little bit liquidy. It's kind of going everywhere on me. I'm going to clean it up some. I wonder if we put it in here for a few seconds. 3 seconds. Pull it out. Let's see if that'll thicken it up enough to make it around that hole. Yes, that's working out perfectly. I'm actually getting it to stay where I put it now. I'm going to do a little bit of a cleanup on it because I went out of the lines a little bit. Now I'm going to add a little bit more. And now I'm finished, but I'm going to put it in the big UV lamp to make sure it's fully cured before we move further. And there it is. That is so cute. I love tiny things. Now let's go ahead and snip off the part of the eye pin that we're not going to be needing. Then I'm going to take my other tool here, curl it under, and now we have a place to hang our glass of lemonade gumball machine. And here's kind of like a little Christmas tree hook that you would hang your ornaments with. Now I'm going to dump some of this out in my hand just to give you a closer look at these inclusions. Look at those ice cubes, you guys. These are so cute. I'm going to buy me about 3 more packs of them because I absolutely adore them. Okay, you guys, pause the video. Here's your last clue for the rules. Put the word holiday in the comment section. Put the word holiday in the comment section. And that's the last of the rules, you guys. Make sure you have those 2 words in the comment section. Make sure you are subscribed to bondcraftor's YouTube channel. Make sure you're subscribed to my YouTube channel, of course. And you are entered in the giveaway. There will be 3 of you chosen. 3 of you. And here we have it, you guys. These are my gumball machines. And I'm going to give this UV resin a thumbs up. It's got my approval. We're going to push this UV resin a little bit further. Y'all want to? Yeah, let's do it. I have this casting here and I need to put a dome on the back. So let's put a hefty amount on the back here. And I'm going to give it time to level out. I'm going to reach for one of my tools. And I'm going to make sure that all of the edges have UV resin on it. I'm going to drag it to the edges. Give it a little bit more time to level out. Now, I'm not going to put that lamp right on top of it because if I do, it's probably going to wrinkle it because I have a pretty good amount of UV resin on the top. Now I'm going to go ahead and place it on top and fully cure it. And we won't get those wrinkles or ripples in it. Okay, let's take a look. Check out that dome. Now that's a nice dome. Let's tap it. Yes, it's fully cured. I find that if you have a pretty good bit of UV resin on a piece and you put that light directly on it, it'll ripple and just look, your piece won't look very pretty. I'm going to drill a hole right there in the center and I'm going to be making this out of a ceiling fan charm. And I'll share that with you in another video. I hope all of my subscribers take advantage of this giveaway because we all could use, some extra UV resin, right? Here's what you're going to get. One last look at it. 3 bottles, 100 grams in each. And you know the rules. Well, it's about that time, my friends, for a sweet goodbye. And I will see you tomorrow. God bless you. Goodbye, my friends.